All right. Hello there, guys. I've been noticing a lot of stuff over the social media, over just a bunch of things that have to do with diversity and all these other things. And I've been just wanting to talk about why black people being represented in video games and this and that makes me feel a little uneasy because of just how they're always portrayed. Because of, and I hate to use this word, either it would be like woke type things where it's like, okay, well, we need a black person so that we just need a black person, all right, just to show that we care about black people. That's the one thing that I've been kind of getting a little bit upset about, and I do want to show a little bit of examples here. I wanted to talk about why are people looking at black people as like second class citizens, right? We keep on trying to push for a diversity or for black people to basically be better, right? To basically push them and say, yeah, they matter too, and this and that, even though they're Americans, they have rights already. We actually technically, with some laws that were passed back when the slaves were, whatever. Sorry, yeah, when they were freed. There you go. Basically, apparently, we have more rights than the average person. It's just people of color. I thought that was kind of a little bit strange, and I'm looking at it as, why are we being viewed as second-class citizens that can't really stand up for ourselves? It's really weird, and I wanted to show an example right here because I was watching Osmongold, right? We were just doing our thing, and I noticed that when he was watching Donald Trump, there was like this woman or something that was asking, like, basically, how do you feel about I just gotta play the clip.
Rabid to describe black district attorneys. You've
Oh my God.
attacked black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist. You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort. So my question, sir, now that you are asking black supporters to vote for you, why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Okay, see, and here's the thing. Here's the thing about this, right? Why the fuck does black voters matter? Shouldn't it be all voters? Shouldn't it be voters that are just voters? Why every single time, and this isn't the first time that I've seen with like politicians and all these other things, why do they always ask like really loaded questions like that about black people? I've noticed this with fucking politicians and everything. It's almost like a fucking game to them. It's really weird because every single time they ask something about like, oh, what about your black supporters? What about your black this and that? Like, why does that matter? And also the way that people be phrasing these questions and this and that, it almost makes me feel uneasy as a black man because it feels like I'm a second class citizen, like I need my hand held. It's really fucking weird.
Want to know what I think is probably really funny about this? I bet Trump probably likes these interviews more than the bullshit ones. I bet he probably does. Yeah, he gets to fight. Yeah, absolutely. I think so.
First of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question so in such a horrible manner. First question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because
yeah, ask such a stupid fucking question. Yeah, it's like, what type of question even was that, right? And that's another thing too. Hold on, let's move on to the next one, right? Because it's just something about politicians and them talking about black people and this and that, right? It's
former vice president growing visibly testy a little bit after it was insinuated that he had not done enough to prioritize the black community.
It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with the fact I want something for my community. I would love to see.
Take a look at my record, man. I extended the voting rights 25 years. I have a record that is second to none. The NAACP has endorsed me every time I've run. Come on. Take a look at the record.
Mike, how's that playing out this morning?
Well, Eamon, as you know, I've covered former Vice President Joe Biden for a long time, and without fail, I think he tends to get as feisty as you just saw him there, most when he feels like his record is being attacked in ways that are unfair. And this was a longer conversation in which they discussed a range of his past positions on the crime bill, on marijuana legalization, a number of other issues in which he was defending his past record. It's worth noting, for instance, Biden was the only Democratic candidate, one of the few who didn't agree to do an interview with the Breakfast Club during the primary. Well, we're seeing now, of course, the Trump campaign really pouncing quickly. One tweet calling it disgusting. We saw Don Jr. tweet calling this comment racist. I think it's important to put this into context as well. What this interview shows is the real disparity that while Joe Biden won the African-American vote pretty handily overall, in South Carolina, for instance, he won 75% of black voters over.
See, and here's another thing. It's just they're looking at black people as just statistics. The way he even said,
you got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
See, right there, it's a game to them. They actually don't give a fuck about black people. Who cares? It's really fucked, actually. It's really fucked. Okay, because yeah, I'm a black person, I'm this and that, but the way that people are just using black as a way to get an upper hand in these types of races are really weird. Okay, it's almost like they are viewing us as just a statistic and we are second-class citizens. It is the weirdest shit ever. I don't understand it. I don't get these politicians. I never will understand these politicians. But let's just say, with all the stuff that I've shown, at least right here, it's like a game to them. And I've been noticing a repeated thing over and over and over again, whether it be with Kamala Harris, whether it be with Joe Biden, whether it be with Trump. It's just, they're talking about black people in a way that makes me feel like I am a second-class citizen. It's really weird every time they talk about the statistics of black people. Yeah, I got the most black voters. Yeah, look at me. Yeah, look at me. It's really fucking weird. I just wanted to talk about this for a second because I've been noticing a fucking repeat, whether it be in the gaming community, whether it be in actual media now, forms of media now, like movies and stuff. I've just been seeing nothing but fucking black representation for no fucking reason, right? And I understand, but why are we choosing black people? It doesn't matter what race you are, right? And I've been looking at it, right, because people are pushing really fucking hard for black people. It just is feeling very uneasy for me. It's making me feel uneasy because the way that people talk about black representation makes me feel like, oh, since I'm black, I'm stupid and I need my hand held by someone who will actually help me and guide me through life. That's really fucking weird. Okay? I've been noticing this in so many forms of media nowadays where it's just people, fucking go woke or whatever about, let's say, black people having it harder now. Having it this and that. Having some people are even fucking saying that it's harder than the fucking 60s, which I don't believe. Okay? It's really weird to me that as a black American, I have to look at, let's say, what is it? It'll be we gotta support black people. They're struggling out there. They're this and that, and then every single time we end up seeing like actual like reports and this and that, it's always black people doing the best. They're doing really good, right? Majority of black people that I've actually met throughout my entire life have it cool. They're chilling. So where is this problem coming from? It doesn't make any sense to me. And that's when I then started to realize that people are only talking about black people, especially in the forms of media, so that they can get an upper hand in saying, oh yeah, look, we actually do care about black people. We actually do this and that. And it's like, it angers me because it makes me feel like, yeah, you're just caring. You're just giving a fuck so that you can get in a better part in life. You don't actually give a fuck about black people or this and that. You don't care. You just want to fucking do whatever the hell you want. Right? It's really astonishing that, like, the way that people talk about how black people are fucking struggling in America, it doesn't add up to me. Because as a black man, I haven't struggled at all. As a black man, I've never seen other black people struggle at all. And I've been to other parts of the United States, even like the South, bro. People are chill down there. So why are people fucking, like, lying? I mean, you know, you probably still have racists, of course. But, like, why are people, like, pushing this narrative that black people are like absolutely they're shackled to the ground, they can't move, they need help? It's like there's not really a hierarchy. There's not really like the big bad white man. It's literally everybody is just chill. They're just chilling. But every single time when it has to come to one of these debates, these presidential debates, or these political debates, or anything that has to do with movies and forms of like different medias and stuff, why does it always have to stem about black people fucking just absolutely getting like they're supporting me and I got their back type shit? Like, it's weird and it doesn't add up. I don't get it. I don't understand. Maybe I'm stupid or something. Maybe there is a problem in America. But from what I've seen most of the time in the United States is that black Americans are chill. They're chilling. But there's always this narrative. And it's making me mad because it's making me feel like I'm a second-class citizen. The way that some of these motherfuckers be talking about how black people are this and black people are that and black people are, they need to be saved. It's like, it's really weird. There needs to be representation of black people in everything. It's really weird to me.